Yeah.
Okay. A very good morning to all. At the outset, none of the authors have any financial interest. So my topic for today's presentation is rituals to prevent development of visually significant corneal haze after PRK or cross-linking surgery. So currently there are two surgeries where despite the good outcomes topographically, clinically, the patient is unhappy because of haze. So which led to a research question about what is driving this haze. And this brings us to the purpose of our study, which is to evaluate the potential risk factors in patients developing postoperative haze to develop a risk scoring system and to get a prophylactic management of these risk factors to mitigate postoperative haze. This work of ours has been recently published. Now, our study had two arms, a retrospective and a prospective arm. Arm one was a retrospective study where around 250 patients of PRK and 180 patients of cross-linking were evaluated to identify the risk factors and develop a scoring system. Arm two was a prospective interventional study where the patients were graded according to the risk score and managed accordingly. Now, all patients who had undergone PRK or cross-linking surgery were assessed at 3, 6, and 12 months clinically and using densitometry from Scheimpflug topographer. And it was found that 8% of the patients of PRK and 12% of the cross-linking patients had developed significant subepithelial haze at the end of 6 months. And this cohort also had 13 patients who had low vitamin D, 7 patients who had high OSDI, and 3 patients who had ocular surface inflammation. Now we had preserved the epithelium at the time of surgery in the biorepository at our GROW laboratory at minus 80 degrees Celsius. So this epithelium of patients who developed haze was extracted back and it was analyzed using quantitative PCR technique to study the expression of various genes. And we found that these patients had inflammation to begin with, which led to abnormal ECM remodeling, which in turn led to abnormal wound healing. Thus, a thorough clinical and molecular assessment was done after taking all the factors into consideration. And thereby, we created a risk scoring system and a perfect score with an aim to mitigate the postoperative corneal haze. And this was then applied to the prospective arm of our study. Thus, we identified the certain risk factors which were playing role in the development of haze post-surgery. These were mainly OSDI, vitamin D, contact lens intolerance, gland dropout rates, TBUT working environment, and MMP9 kits. Now, why OSDI? So now it has been published by our team that that higher OSDI is associated with low vitamin D levels and abnormal nerves, suggestive of higher inflammation. Now, patients with contact lens intolerance is also depictive of presence of unhealthy nerves, dendritic cells, which is again suggestive of unhealthy ocular surface. Also, working environment played a very important role. UVB exposure after PRK surgery prolongs the stromal healing response, which is manifested by increasing keratocyte numbers and deposition of disorganized collagen in the anterior stroma, leading to late onset phase. So thus, we categorize the patients into low, moderate, and high risk. This was then applied to a prospective interventional arm. Now, we designed a perfect score, which included some rituals done preoperatively, intraoperatively, and postoperatively with the objective of minimizing postoperative haze and scarring. So if the preoperative score was less than 5, patients were directly taken for surgery, and it was more than 10, the patients were treated accordingly with doxycycline, steroid eye drops, cyclosporin, and also vitamin D supplements were given if it was low. Intraoperatively, we injected 0.2 ml of 0.45% ketorolac of all the patients undergoing surgery to alleviate the pain. But ketorolac also has an additional role in maintaining the inflammation, which in turn leads to optimal wound healing. Now, if the risk scoring before surgery was less than 5, then patients were treated with low potency steroids. And for higher risk, we used high potency steroids along with doxycycline. Now, we observed that following all these rituals religiously led to a significant reduction of haze by around 98.8%. So let's understand the normal wound healing process of cornea. After any injury or surgery, there is activation of keratocytes, which leads to activation of fibroblasts and myofibroblasts. Now, under normal wound healing conditions, these fibroblasts will get apoptotized and it will lead to normal wound healing. However, under any kind of stress, excuse me, there's excessive formation of keratocytes, which converts to myofibroblast and fibroblast and leads to aberrant collagen formation, which ultimately results in clinical haze. So thus modulating these risk factors pre, intra, and post-operatively will help in optimal wound healing. So what our study adds is factors driving haze were unknown. Preoperative risk factors have higher chances of post-operative haze. Risk scoring system helps us in triaging the patients and treating them accordingly. And this perfect score prevents post-operative corneal haze, thus improving the surgical success and patient satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Pavitra. I have a question for you. Did you correlate the amount of haze with the amount of tissue ablated or the power corrected? Because usually, as the literature says, with higher amounts of power and higher amount of tissue ablation, the incidence of haze is higher. So the study was not, it was more of a research-oriented study, I guess. It wasn't clinical correlation.
But usually our PRK patients, the MRSE, usually in all the 230 patients, the average was around 5 to 6 diopters. I mean, not more than that. So it was comparable. It was not really the extremes of anything, not very low, not very high. So it was average of around 5 to 6 diopters of MRSE. So it was comparable.
Right.
Sorry.
I think we can go to the next study if any other judge has any questions. They can ask.
No, I don't have any. Very nice study, Dr. Pavitra.
Thank you.